After the first Tarkov Roblox video, I got asked to play another Tarkov Roblox game, this one being Deadline. So in Deadline, it unlike the other one, it doesn't have the escape part of the gameplay. However, it has really specific the gun mechanics of building the guns out. But besides that, it is COD-like style of just fighting decently close quarters and a closed off map, which is perfectly fine. You know, Arena's coming out, and maybe this Roblox game will contend with that. So right now in the game, they don't have too many guns to choose from, unless you pay for some packs, I think. But didn't seem like there was that much of an issue with it. It's not like they have the different rounds like in Tarkov, so really doesn't matter much. But the customization, oh my god, I spent, and this video honestly is all just about the customization. The gameplay itself, however, it wasn't bad. The servers that I got into multiple times had people that were blatantly just flying around, cheating, just popping everyone. So I didn't really don't really have much of that because none of it really looks good. But building the guns out was amazing. In fact, to the point that there are some things in this game that Tarkov could adapt. More camos for guns. All right? We don't have enough different variety in our attachments in Tarkov. This game will have 6 different colors. And I'm not meaning crazy colors. However, they did have like pink, which you had to pay for. I'm meaning tan, light tan, used tan, worn tan, you know, like those CSGO skins, that kind of thing. You got gray, duh. You got green, olive green. So many options. And then in Tarkov, most of the time you just have gray, which I understand, makes sense. But if anything, in a world where you're scavenging for used parts, I feel like there's a higher chance you'd find pieces that were already painted, right? From people in the past soldiers that left their gear behind. Realistically, olive over tan, but hey, tons of USAC and Bear for that matter, Syria, could have still had tan colored things that they left behind. So there's tons of reason for why there would be spare sights and parts sitting around that were already painted, and really no reason why they shouldn't be in the game. That was a very big plus. Now, one downside is it didn't really explain too well when you put on a piece, an attachment that shouldn't be on it. First of all, it showed up on the list, which is annoying. That is a big plus for Tarkov. It doesn't show up on the list of things you can put on it when you can't put it on it, because why should it? And then when you did put it on, it didn't really explain to you how to fix the issue. So I'd imagine a kid playing this game who's never played Tarkov before would be very confused by what the issue is. Oh, I just put on this handguard and it doesn't tell me that it's the front iron sight on the AK that I need to take off. Like if you didn't play Tarkov, you wouldn't know that. But at least in Tarkov, it does sort of hint towards you of that. And on top of that, things like the CQR grip, notorious for people being furious over, well, I've seen pictures of people using them on AKs. Why can't you in Tarkov? Well, this game, obviously, the developers of it took a lot of the aspects of the gun building from Tarkov and kept that one as well. Now, here's the crazy thing. This game has not just with the camos, more attachments than Tarkov. I was looking through the menus. They have even more sights, even more rail options, even more barrel options for the M4, which you could put on an HK upper receiver. You put that on, you have 3 different 20-inch barrel options. One with a gas block closer in, one with a gas block where it should be, and one with a gas block farther away. Now, I'm not a gun guy. I have no fucking clue what that means. But the fact that this Roblox developer chose to put that in there amazes me. I don't know what to say. That's amazing to me. And all the camo options for the M4, if not even more so, especially with the suppressors, which figuring out how to put on the adapters and stuff seemed a little bit more confusing than in Tarkov. However, made up for it by the fact that I can make my suppressor tan. Just gotta say it, made up for it. The biggest plus, this is gonna be the only clip really of in game. I think I have 2. Variable zoom. That's right. Now, I don't agree with how you variable zoom, of it being scroll wheel. But you know what? Maybe it's not the worst way to do it. I don't know. You guys can let me know if you think zooming by scroll wheeling is the best way to do it or not. Again, I'm not a big gun guy, but I'm confident that big sniper scopes have the clicky things on the top, and that's how you zoom it in, which means it's not just 1 to 6, it's 1 through 6, as in you can zoom into 3, you can zoom into 3.267892. Maybe not that specific, but being able to use the scroll wheel to zoom in halfway, that kind of thing really makes the scopes better. And I get it, there's some scopes that aren't that way. For instance, the scopes that are just 4 times. That's not variable. And I could be completely wrong here, but I believe variable, at least in some cases, means that it's any zoom in between those options. And if that's the case, Tarkov, why don't you have that? That would make those scopes so much more useful. The last thing I noticed about this game is when it gets dark. Not only do you have a flashlight, and the lighting honestly looks really good for Roblox, I have to be honest. But when you turn on night vision, right when you turn it on, you get blinded because it's brighter than you expect, and then slowly your eyes readjust. In-game eyes, I mean. And same thing happens when you take them off. It's completely pitch dark. Even if you were in a warehouse, it's completely lit. It's completely pitch dark, and then your eyes readjust. And I was absolutely astounded by the fact that they actually put in a feature like that. Amazing. Overall, I mean, to be honest, comparing it to Tarkov, it had a ton of cheaters. And the only good part about the game was having fun building guns. So I'd say 8 out of 10, exactly like Tarkov.